Hi guys, this is Cindy and Bella from Part-Time Permies, and I wanted to give you a little update on an experiment I was doing this spring. It took place in this greenhouse. So for those of you guys who don't know, who've joined us recently, we do have a series of videos on how we built this greenhouse. So that video you can check out, I'll link it above here. But what we did inside of here this year, we did not capture on video. So let me go show you how we were starting our seeds this year. Okay, we are now in the greenhouse, and I had basically two setups for providing heat to my seedlings and my soil blocks for germination. One was the method I had used for a long time. It was on seed heating mats. So basically with those, you plug them in and you set your trays of seeds on them, and it keeps it at around 70 degrees, which is the ideal temperature for a lot of the seeds to germinate. Did end up with a little problem with that I'll come back to, but the other way I was starting seeds was with this compost bin in the greenhouse, which was supposed to help keep the greenhouse warm in general on cold nights, but also since it gets to 120, 140 degrees inside the hot compost, if you put a layer on top with your seed trays, and initially I actually started it on boards that went across to hold all the seed trays level, and I could optimize them out. The number of seed trays, I think I had 6 seed trays in there in the end. And then that level holds the soil blocks in those trays at a warmer temperature as well. Not as controlled on the temperature, but definitely warm enough to start some seeds. So I was trying to compare the two methods and ran into a snag with my old method that I've never had happen before. I actually apparently had my power source go out on my old one. I triggered the it must have gotten wet in here or something, and my outdoor plug had reset, and I didn't know it for probably a couple weeks. And I'm sitting here wondering, why are my seeds not germinating? Why are they not germinating? It was getting cold. In fact, we had our last snow on May 11th, which is unusually late. But it usually stays, warmer in here, and with the heat mats on those, that should be fine for starting seeds. It would hold the soil blocks at least in the 50s, and then in the 70s or hotter during the day, especially if it's sunny and it's warm in here. But I wasn't getting anything started. So there is one advantage of starting seeds on a hot compost pile. You don't have to worry about electricity going out on your mats. So that actually worked really pretty darn well, and you can see quite a difference in germination between those trays. So I did finally get the heat mat, realize that, and get the heat mats back up again. So I did get some germination on the trays that were on the heat mats, but obviously, unfortunately, lost a number of things that should be going in the ground now that are really behind or just not even germinated. But we'll go with what we have, and we'll put that in the ground. We can start some more things for next rounds of other plantings. I hope you enjoyed this little mini show. We will definitely see you with the next video.